Welcome back to LGBT Snapshots. I'm your host, Chad. On the morning of June 12th, 2016, a Sunday, we woke up to news of a mass shooting in a gay club in Orlando, Florida. A man walked in with an assault rifle and killed over 50 people, wounding even more, and many of the survivors were held hostage for hours before rescue. It's difficult to find the words to capture what we're all feeling. We are living in an age where news of mass shootings has become commonplace. Shootings at work holiday parties, medical centers, elementary schools, universities, high schools, military bases. As a culture, we are almost desensitized. We hear the news and pour our coffee and go about our days because we don't know what else to do. It's hard to imagine the horror of what happened in Orlando. Hundreds of people mingling, dancing, having drinks, making conversation, and preparing to head home as the club was getting ready to close. People living life as they do in thousands of dance clubs across the country every Saturday night. And suddenly the floors were covered in blood and the air was filled with screams. LGBT people are no strangers to terrible violence. Across history, they have been forced into shock therapy treatments and sterilizations. They have been targeted in gay bashings and hate crime murders. They have been arrested and imprisoned and fired and disowned and excommunicated for daring to love. And they have been gathered in concentration camps and led into gas chambers. Transgender women of color are the most targeted population in the world when it comes to violence and murder. I spend a lot of time researching LGBT history for this channel, and as I tell some of the sad stories from history to people in general conversation, the stories are often met with shrugs, as if we can just casually accept that that is how it was for LGBT people then. But this time it isn't then, it's now. We can't shrug our shoulders at this news. American citizens were gunned down in one of the worst mass hate crimes in American history. And among the many things coming up on social media today are the posts and tweets from people saying hateful things about gay people and how they deserved the violence. Our hearts are broken for the victims of the Orlando shooting. And for those who have passed, for those who are healing, for their families and their loved ones. We can't stand by while even one more life is lost.